Hello and welcome to the MIT Shakespeare Ensemble's production of Coriolanus. The show is expected to run for 2 hours and 15 minutes with a 10-minute intermission. Please be advised that there will be scenes that contain blood and violence. You are requested to take a moment to silence your cell phone speakers and other electronic devices. Also take a moment to note emergency exits on the right side of the room at the front and back of the stage. In the event of an emergency, please proceed to the nearest exit in a calm, orderly fashion. You are encouraged to wear your masks if you feel comfortable doing so. Finally, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
to administer onto the appetite and infection common of the whole body. The belly answered.
Your belly answered? What? the kingly crowned head, the vigilant eye, the counselor eye. I am a soldier, a seed the leg, the tongue the trumpeter, the former agents. If they did complain, what could the belly answer?
I will tell you if you'll bestow small, while you have little, patience a while. You'll hear the belly's answer.
You are long about it.
Note me this, good friend. Your most great belly was deliberate, not rash like his accusers, and thus answered, True it is, my corporate friends, quoth he, that I do receive the general food at first, which you do live upon, and fit it is, as I am the storehouse and shop of the whole body. And, if you do remember, I send it through rivers of warm blood, even to the port, to the heart, to the seat of the brain. What say you to it?
It was an answer. How apply you this?
The senators of Rome are this good belly, and you, the mutinous members. What do you think, you, the great toe of this assembly?
I, the great toe? Why the great toe?
For that being one of the lowest, basest, poorest of this most prized rebellion, thou rascal that are forced in blood to run, lead us first to win some vantage. Hail, noble Marcius!
Thanks. What's the matter, you licentious rogues that rubbing the poor inch of your opinion make yourselves scabs?
We have family of good blood.
He that would give good words to thee will flatter beneath the cord. What would you have, you curs that like nor peace nor war? The one affrights you, the other makes you proud. He that trusts to you where he should find you lions finds you hares, where foxes, geese. Who deserves greatness deserves your hate. Your affections are thou like a sick man's appetite, who desires most that which would increase his evil. Hang ye, trusty? Every minute you do change your mind and find noble that was now your hate, and him vile that was now your garland. What's the matter? That in these several places of the city you cry against the noble senate who under the gods give you and all just would feed on one another. What's their seeking?
For corn thoroughbreds, where this thing is these
Say, hang him! I would you let me pay my sword, and I'd make a quarry among thousands of these parties as high as I could pick my lance.
Beseech you, what says the other truth?
Oh, they're dissolved. Hang him! They said they were hungry. Side full of proverbs said that hunger broke stone walls, that gods must eat, that meat was made for mouth of the gods and not corn for the rich men only. With these shreds, they vented their complainings, which being answered, and the petition granted them, they threw their caps and they would hang them on the horns of their men, shouting their regulation. It will in time win upon power and throw forth greater thieves or insurrections are you.
This is strange.
Oh, go get your home, you fragments!
Worthy cows marches home. Hence your home. Be gone. Marches the truths you've told us lately. The Volscians are ours.
I am glad on it, and we shall have means to vent our musty superfluity. The Volskis have a leader. Tell us all things that will put you to it. I sin and envy his nobility, but were I anything but what I am, I would wish me only he.
You have fought together?
Half to half the world by the years and he. Upon my party, I revolt to make my wars only with him. He's a lion I am proud to hunt.
Then Marcius, attend upon committees to these wars.
It is your former promise.
Sir, it is, and I am constant. Titus, thou shalt seize me once more. Strike Antyllus' face. What? Art thou stiff? Stains out?
No, Marcius, only for one person quite would tolerate staying behind his business.
Oh, true friend, we're coming to the capital, where I know our greatest friends attend us.
Lead you one. Was ever man as proud as this Marcius?
Oh, he has no equal.
When we were chosen tribunes for the people.
Mark you his lips and eyes?
Nay, but his taunts.
The present wars devour him. It's much too proud to be so valiant.
Such a nature tickled with good success disdains the very shadow which he treads on at noon. But I do wonder his insolence can grow to be commanded under Cominius.
Half of Cominius' honors are too much, though Marcius earned them not. And all his loves the Marcius shall be honors, though in aught he merit not.
Let's hence and hear how the dispatch is made, and in what fashion, more than his singularities, he goes upon the present action.
Aye, let's along.
So, your opinion is, Aufidius, that they of Rome are entered our council and know how we proceed?
Is it not yours? Whoever thought that had not its country, I could have brought a bodily act ere Rome had circumvention. And now it is rumored, Domitius, Marcius' no enemy, who is more hated of Rome than of me, and Titus Marcius, the most honorable Roman, these three make on the preparations.
Our armies in the field. They never get paid down, for Rome was ready to answer us.
Nor do you think it folly to keep your great pretenses veiled till they need to show themselves, when and how it seemed appeared to Rome. By the discovery, we shall shorten our aims, which was to take as many towns or almost Rome knew we were afoot.
Noble Aufidius, take your commission, hie you to your bands. Let us alone guard Coriolanus. If they step down before us, for the removes, bring your army. But I think you'll find they've not prepared for us.
I doubt not that. I speak of certainties, nay, more. Parcels of their power are forth already, and only hitherward. I leave your honors. If we and Caius Marcius chance to meet, to sword between us, we shall ever strike, till one can do no more.
God, assist you.
And keep your honor safe.
I pray you, daughter, sing or express yourself in a more comfortable sort. If my son were my husband, I should freely rejoice in those moments wherein he won honor than in the embracings of his bed where he would show his love. When yet he was but tender-bodied and the only son of my womb, I, seeing how honor would become such a person, that it would be no better than picture-like to hang by the wall if renown made it not stir, was pleased to let him seek danger where he was like to find fame. To a cruel war I sent him, from whence he returned, brows bound with oath. I tell thee, daughter, I sprang not more in joy at first hearing he was a man-child than at first hearing he had proved himself a man.
Had he died in the business, madam? How then?
Let his good report should have been my son. I therein would have found issue. Hear me profess sincerely, had I a dozen sons, each in my love alike, and none less dear than thine and my good Marcius, I had rather 11 die nobly for their country, than one voluptuously surfeit out of action.
Madam, the Lady Valeria has come to visit you.
Beseech you, give me leave to retire myself.
Indeed you shall not. Methinks that your head on your husband's drum. See him pluck Phineas down by the hair. Like children from a fair, divulge he shunning him. Nation shall she him shall judge, and who judge? Come on, you coward, you were born fear till you were born and grown. His bloody brow with his nail hands and wiping. Poor Pete goes, like to a harvest in his task to mow, or I'll lose his title.
His bloody brow of Jupiter, no blood!
Away, you fool! Blood more becomes a man that gilt his trophy. Tell Valeria we are fit to bid her welcome.
Heavens bless my lord from Aufidius.
He'll beat Phineas' head below his knee and tread upon his neck.
My ladies both, good day to you.
Sweet madam.
I'm glad to see your ladyship.
How do you both? You are manifest housekeepers. And how does your little son?
Well, good madam, I think your ladyship.
He had rather see the swords and hear the drum than look upon his schoolmaster.
On my word, the father's son. I swear, he's a very pretty boy. But you must come play the idle housewife with me this afternoon.
No, good madam, I must not out of doors.
Not out of doors.
She shall.
Indeed, no, by your patience. I'll not over the threshold till my lord return from the war.
Why, you confine yourself most unreasonably. You must come visit the good lady that lies in.
I will wish her speedy strength and visit her in my prayers, but I cannot do it.
Why, I pray you?
It is not to save labor, nor that I want love. I cannot afford it.
In truth, Bob, go with us, and I shall tell you the excellent news of your husband.
Oh, good madam, there to be none yet.
Verily, I do not jest. News of him came in last night, and thus it is. The Volskis have an army forth, against whom General Cominius is gone, with one part of our Roman power. Your lord and Titus Lartius are sent before their city of Coriolanus. They nothing doubt prevailing, and to make it a brief wars. This much is true, on mine honor. And so, I pray, come with us.
good madam, pardon me in this, and I'll be with everything hereafter.
Let us go, good lady. As she is now, she will but disease our better mirth.
In truth, I think she would. Come, good sweet lady. Fare thee well. Virgilia, I pray thee, turn my solemnness out of the door and come along with us.
No, not a word, good madam. I must not. I wish you much mirth.
Fare thee well, then.
Yonder comes news. A wager they have met.
My horse fears no.
'Tis done. Sir, has our general met the enemy?
They lie to you. I have not spoken.
The good horse is mine.
I'll buy him of you.
I'll not give nor sell you him. Let me hear my will. How cover you? Some of the time.
How far off lie these armies? We shall hear their lament day out. Now Mars thy privilege is quicken work with us, smoking swordsmen, marksmen, to help our fearless friends. Talus of Phidias, is he within your walls?
No, nor a man fears you less than he. That's lesser than a little. Far is Alphidius. Little work he makes amongst your cloven armies.
They fear us not, but issue forth their city. Now, put your shields before your hearts, and fight with hearts more proof than shields. Advance, brave Titus, they do this in us much beyond our thought, which makes me sweat with wrath. Come on, my fellows, he that retires, I'll take him for a Volsky, and he shall feel mine Oh, the contagion of the south light on you, you shames of Rome! You heard the boils and plagues, but you or that you may be a poor but an exceeded one, infect the other against the wind of my arms. Men and charge home, or burn the fires of forever, and I'll leave the foe and make my wars on you! Come on, if you stand fast, we'll beat them to their wives as they us to our trenches follow! So, now the gates are open. Now for good seconds. This for the followers fortune winds in, not for the flyers. Mark me and do the like. Foolhardiness, not I.
Nor I.
See, they have shut him in.
To the pot, I warned him. Go, gorgeous.
Slain, sir, doubtless.
Following the flies at the very heels, with them he enters, who upon his son claps to their gates. He's himself alone to answer all the city.
O noble fellow, who sensibly not dared to sense his sword and when a foul stood up, marches not with the soldier in the Cato's witch, not fierce and terrible amid strokes, but with thy grim looks, the thunderous percussion of thy sounds, that made that envy shake as if the road of fevers and to tremble.
Marches!
Let's fetch him off, for remain alike.
Brave you, my friends, well fought. We are come off like Romans, either foolish in our stands, or cowardly retire. Believe me, sirs, we shall be charged again. Thy news?
The citizens of Coriolanus have issued and given to luscious and tumultuous battle. I saw our party to their trenches driven, and then I came away.
Though thou speakest truth, methinks thou speakest not well. Who's yonder? It does appear as they are flayed. Oh God, she used to stand for Marcius, and have beforetime seen him thus.
Come I too late?
The shepherd knows not thunder from which it bore, or did I know the sound of Marcius' tongue from every meaner man.
Come I too late?
I come not in the blood of others, but mantled in your own.
Oh, let me creeping on the sound that I booed and hunt merry as when tapers burned to bed when my nuptial day was done.
Flower warriors, how is it Titus, Marcius?
Oh, like a man busied about the trees, condemning some to death, others to exile, ransoming him or pitying and threatening the other. Holding Coriolanus in the name of Rome, even like a fawning greyhound and a leash to let him slip at will.
Where's that knave which told me that you to your friend? Where is he? Call him thither.
Oh, let him be, he did speak the truth. But for our gentlemen, the
vile. Tribunes, a plague for them. The mouse now shunned the cat as they did budge from rascals risen day.
But how prevailed you?
Oh, will the senators to tell I do not think. Are you lords of the field? Where is the enemy? Why siege you not to own the field?
Marcius, we've had disadvantaged fought and did retire to win our purpose.
How lies their battle? Know you on which side they have placed their men of trust?
As I guess, Marcius, they're granted the vote of the entities of their best trust. All of them, Altadians. They're very hard in the vote.
I do beseech you by all the battles we have fought, by the blood we have shed together, by the vows we have made to endure friends, that you sent me directly against Aufidius and his entities.
Though if we wish you conducted to a gentle bath and balm supplies you, yet dare I never deny your asking. Take your choice of those that best can aid your action. March on, my fellows! Make good this ostentation, and you shall divide in all of us!
So let the courts be guarded. Keep your orders as I've set them down. If I do this match, send these sentries to our aid. The men shall serve for so holding. If we lose this field, we cannot win the town.
I'll fight with none but thee, for I do hate you worse than a promise breaker.
We hate alike. Nor be there servant I poor more than I fame and fix thy foot.
Let the first fudger die, the other slave, and the gods doom him after.
If I find Marcius hollow me like air.
These 3 hours, Tullus, alone have I fought in your Corioli walls and made whatever work I pleased.
Wert thou the Hector that was whipped with thy bragging cross me, thou shouldst not escape me here. Ah! Officious! And not valiant! You have shamed me in your condemned seconds! My valor's poisoned. My sufferingly saved by him. I would I were a Roman, but I cannot. Being a Volsky, be what I am. 5 times, Marcius, I have fought with thee, and so often as thou beat me, which do so I think should we encounter as often as we eat. By the elements again I meet him, beard to beard, he is mine, or I am his! Thine emulation hath not the honor it had. Once I thought to crush him when equal force through, sword to sword. I'll punch him some way. Wrath or craft may get him.
If I should tell thee o'er this thy day's work, thou dost not believe thy deeds. But I will report it. For senators shall mingle tears with smiles. For great patricians shall tend and shrug, in the end admire. For ladies shall be frighted and gladly quake.
No more, I pray. No more. Even my mother who has a charter to extol her blood, and she thus prays me, grieves me. I have done as you have done, that's what I can. Induced as you have been, that's for my country. He that has but affected his goodwill hath authority in mine act.
You shall not be the grave of your deserving. Rome must know the value of her own. Therefore I beseech you, in sign of what you are, not to reward what you have done. Before our army, hear me.
I have some wounds upon me. They smart to hear themselves remembered.
Should they not, or might they fester against ingratitude and tempt themselves with death? Of all the horses, whereof we've taken good and good store, of all the treasure in this field achieved in the city, we renew the tenth, retain forth before the common distribution at your only choice.
I thank you, General, but cannot make consent to pray a bribe for my sword. I do refuse it, and set upon my common ground with those that have beheld the doing. Marcius! Marcius! Marcius!
No more, I say! You shut me forth in acclamations hyperbolical, as if the little I lost should be dyed in praises sauced with lies.
Too modest are you, more cruel to your good report than grateful to us that gave you truly. Therefore be it known, as to us, to all the world, that Caius Marcius wears this war's garland, in token of the which my noble steed, known to the camp I give him, with all his trim belonging. And from this time, what he did before Corioli, call him all the applause and clamor of the host, Caius Marcius Coriolanus, bear the edition nobly ever.
Caius Marcius Coriolanus!
I will go wash, and my face is fair. Thou shalt cease whether I blush or not. Howbeit, I thank you.
So, to our tent, where, ere you repose us, we will write to Rome of our successes. You, Titus Lartius, must Corioli back. Send us to Rome the best, with whom we may articulate for their own good and ours.
I shall, my lord.
Go into our tent. The blood upon your visage dries. 'Tis time we should be looked to. Come.
The augur tells me you shall view tonight.
Good or bad?
Not according to the prayer of the people, for they love not Marcius.
Nature teaches beasts to know their friends.
Pray you, who does the wolf love?
The lamb.
I, to devour him, as the hungry plebeians would the noble Marcius.
Aye, he's a lamb indeed that pays like a bear.
He's a bear indeed, that lives like a lamb. You two are fools. Tell me one thing I shall ask you.
Well, sir.
In what enormity is Marcius foreign that you two have not in abundance?
He has no one fault, but stored with all,
Especially in
and topping all others in boasting.
This is strange. Do you two know how you are censured here in the city? I mean the class of the right-hand file. Do you?
Why, how are we censured?
Because you talk with pride now. Will you not be angry?
Well, sir, well.
Why, 'tis no great matter, for a very little thief of occasion will rob you of a great deal of patience. Give your dispositions the reins and be angry at your pleasures, at the least as you take it as a pleasure in being so. You blame Marcius for being proud. Oh, that you would turn your eyes towards the nape of your necks and make but an interior survey of your good selves.
Well, what then, sir?
Why then, you should discover a race of unmerited, proud, violent, testy magistrates, alien fools as any in Rome.
That means you are known well enough too.
I am known to be a humorous patrician and one who loves a cup of hot wine without a drop of Malang tiger in it. What I think, I utter, and spend my malice in my breath. I can't say your worships have delivered the matter well when I find the ass in compound with the major part of 4 syllables. And though I must be content to bear with those that say you are reverend grave men, yet they lie deadly to tell you you have good faces. Our very priests must become mockers if they should encounter such ridiculous subjects as you. God den to your worships, more of your conversation would infect my brain, being the herdsman of the beastly plebeians. I will be bold to take my leave of you. How now, my fairest noble ladies, and the moon where she earth me no helper. Whither do you call your eyes so fast?
Honorable Menenius, my boy Marcius approaches. For the love of Juno, let's go!
Marcius, coming home!
High worthy Menenius, and with most prosperous approbation.
Jupiter, take my cap, I thank thee. Marcius, coming home!
Nay, 'tis true, indeed. Here's a letter from him. The state hath another, his wife another, and I believe there's one at home for you.
I will make my very house real tonight. A letter for me.
There's a letter for you, I saw it.
Oh, a letter for me. It gives me a state 7 years' health. Is he not wounded? He was wont to come home wounded.
Oh, he is wounded, I thank the gods for it.
If it be not too much, brings victory in his pocket.
On his brows, Menenius, he brings the third time home you in Garland.
Has he disciplined Phidias soundly?
Titus Lartius writes, they fought, but Phidias got off.
Is the Senate possessed with this?
Yes, yes, yes. The Senate has letters from the general in which he gives my son the whole name of the war. He hath in this action outdone his former deeds doubly.
In troth, it's wondrous things spoke of him.
Wondrous I warrant you, and none without his true purchasing.
The gods grant them true.
True, I'll be sworn they are true. God save your worships. Marcius is coming home, and he has more cause to be proud. Where is he wounded?
In the shoulder and in the left arm, there will be large cicatruses to show the people that he stands for his place. He received in the repulsive Tarquin 7 hurts in the body.
One in the neck, 2 in the thigh. There's 9 that I know.
He had upon him before this last expedition 25 wounds. Now he brings home 27. Every gash was an enemy's grave.
Marcius! Marcius! Marcius!
These are the ushers of Marcius. Before him he brings noise, and behind him he leaves tears. Death, that dark spirit in his nervy arms on fly, which being raised descends, and then men die. No Rome, that all alone in Coriolanus was Marcius to fight. For he had won in vain, I named to follow Caius Marcius. Needs an honor to follow Coriolanus. Welcome to Rome, renowned Coriolanus!
Welcome to Rome, renowned Coriolanus!
No more, I pray, no more thus extol my blood.
Look, sir, your mother.
Oh, you have, I know, petitioned all the gods for my prosperity.
Oh, stand up, gentle Caius, worthy Marcius, and, by deed achieving honor newly named, what must I call thee, Coriolanus? Thy wife.
My gracious son, hail! What? Wouldst thou have laughed had I come coffin home thou weepest to see me triumph? Such eyes the widows in Corioli wear, and mothers that lack sons. Now the gods crown thee.
Oh, I know not where to turn. Welcome home, and welcome, General, and welcome all.
100,000 welcomes. I am light and I am heavy. I could weep and I could cry. Welcome.
Ever right.
Menenius, ever, your hand and yours, before in our own house I do shave my head, the good patricians must be visited, from whom I have received not only greetings, but with them change of honors.
Oh, I have lived to see inherited my very wishes in the buildings of my fancy. Only, there is one thing left lacking, which I doubt not that our Rome will grant upon me.
No, mother, I had rather be their servant in my own ways and sway with them in theirs.
All tongues speak of him. The bleared sights are spectacle to see him. Stalls, bulks, windows are smothered up. Weeds filled, horses rich, a varied complexion. All agreeing in earnestness to see him.
On the sudden I warrant him consul.
Then our office may, during his power, go to sleep.
He cannot temporarily transfer his honor to where he should get an enema, will lose those he hath won.
In that there's comfort.
Doubt not the commoners for whom we stand, but they upon their ancient ballads will forget with the least cause these his new honors which that he will give them. Make I as little question as he is proud to do it.
I heard him swear, were he to stand for consul, never would he appear in the marketplace, nor showing, as the custom is, his wounds to the people, beg their stinking breaths.
'Tis true.
It was his word. Oh, we'd rather live by the suit of the gentry to him, or by the desire of the nobles.
I wish no better than have him hold that purpose and to put it in execution.
Huh. 'Tis most like he will.
It shall be to him then as our show of goodwill, a sure destruction.
So it must fall up to him or our authorities. Beforehand, we must suggest to the people in what hatred he still hath for them, that to his power he would have made them mules, silenced their pleaders, and dispropertied their freedoms.
He be put to it, and that's as easy as to set dogs on sheep, shall be his fire to kindle their dry stubble, and their flame shall darken him forever.
Having determined the Volscians and the sent for Titus Lartius, it remains his main point of this art after meeting to gratify his noble service and blessed for his country. Therefore please you, most reverend and great elders, who desire the present consul and last general of our well-found successes, to report a little about work performed by Caius Marcius Coriolanus, who men here to thank and to remember honors like himself.
Speak, good Cominius. Leave nothing out for length and make us think rather our state's defective for requital to be stretched out. Masters of the people, we do request your kindest ears.
We are dependent upon a pleasing treaty with our hearts inclinable to honor and reward the theme of the assembly.
Which the latter we shall be most blessed to do, if he remember a kinder value to the people than he hath hitherto placed in act.
That's off, that's off. I would you had rather been silent. Please you to hear Cominius speak.
Oh, most willingly, but my concern was more pertinent than the rebuke that you get.
He loves your people, but tell him not to be their bedfellow. Worthy Cominius, speak. Sit, Coriolanus. Never ashamed to hear when you know you run.
Your horse party, but I would rather have my wounds heal all over again than hear say how I got them.
Oh, sir, I hope my words to bench you not.
No, sir. Yet oft when blows have made me stay, I have fled from words. You soothe not, therefore hurt not, but your people, I love them as they weigh.
Pray now, sit down.
I would rather have my head scratched in the sun with the larval strip than idly sit here my nothing's monster.
Proceed, Cominius.
I shall likewise, the deeds of Coriolanus should not be uttered feebly. It is held that valor is the chiefest virtue, and most dignifies to have her. If it be, the man I speak of cannot in the world be seen with counterpoise. At 16 years, with his Amazonian chin, he drove the bristled lips before him. Tarquin himself he met, and struck him on his knee. And at these feats, when he might act woman in the sea, he proved best man in the field. Before his meat was ground on with the oak. In the breadth of 17 battles since, he lurched all swords with the garland. But with this last, before Nicolioli, let me say, I cannot leave him home. He stopped the flyers, by his rare example, made the cowards of terror in his force. His sword, Dutch stamp, where it did mark each other, he faced with what he was in his blood. Alone he entered the royal gates of the city, to paint the friendless destiny. Ageless came off to the battle came he, where he did run reeking over the lives of men, as if for a perpetual exploit. Until we called both field and city ours, never stood the east's breast with pen.
Worthy man, he cannot but with measure fit the honors which we devise him.
Our spoils he picked at, most one things precious as they were, become the muck of the world. Because it's less than misery itself would give, rewards his deeds of doing them, and is content to spend the time to end it. He's right noble. Let him be called for.
Coriolanus. The Senate, Coriolanus, are well pleased to make thee consul.
I do owe them still my life and services.
It then remains that you do speak to the people.
I do beseech you that I may pass this custom. For I cannot go into town, sit naked, and entreat them for my own sake for their suffrage. If it please you that I may overleap this custom.
Sir, the people must have their voices. Neither will they be one jot of ceremony.
Put them not to it. Pray you, think to the custom, and take with you, as your predecessors have, your honor with your form.
It is a part that I shall blush in enacting, and might soon be taken from the people.
Aren't you this?
To brag unto them, thus I did, and thus to show them the unnamed scars which I should hide. I pray you receive them for the hire of their breath only.
Do not stand upon it. Masters of the people, we recommend to you our purposes to them, and to our noble consul, wish we all joy and honor.
To Coriolanus come all joy and honor.
You see how he intends to use the people.
They may perceive his intent. He will require that the notices examine he requested should be in them. Good.
Come, let us inform the people of our proceedings here. In the marketplace, I know they do attend to us.
Once, if he do require our voices, we ought not deny it.
We may, if we will.
We have the power in ourselves to do it. But it is a power we have no power to use. For if he shows us his wounds and tells us his deeds, we are to stick our tongue in those wounds and speak for them. So, if he tells us of his noble deeds, we are to tell him our noble acceptance of them. Ingratitude is monstrous, and for multitude being grateful, we're to make a monster of multitude, of the which we, being members, would make ourselves be monstrous members.
And to make us no better thought of, the little help will serve. For once we strip about the cord, he himself stuck not to call us the many-headed multitude.
Are you all resolved to give him your voices?
Aye.
But that's the matter. The greater part lies in. I say, if he was inclined to the people, there was never a worthy man.
Aye.
Here he comes. Mark his behavior. He must not say altogether, but go by him where he stands. By once, by twos and by threes. Never follow me, and I shall tell you how to go about it.
Oh, sir, you are not right. I do not know if the worthiest of men have done it. What must I say? I pray, sir. Plain upon it, I cannot bring my tongue to such a pace. Look, sir, my wounds. I got them for the hire of their red thorns. When some sort of your breath and ran and roared at the sound of their own drums. Oh, me the gods! You must not speak of that. You must desire them to think upon you. Think upon me! Hang them! I would they would forget me, like the virtuous tournaments lose by you. Yomar all. Pray, speak to them in a wholesome manner. Bid them wash their faces and keep their teeth clean. So, here comes a brace. You know the cause there of my standing here. Who would you, sir? Tell us what has brought you to it. Mine own desert. Your own desert? Aye, but not mine own desire. How not your own desire? Oh no, sir, 'twas never my desire yet to trouble the poor with begging. You must think, sir, if we grant you anything, we hope to gain by it. Your price for the consulship. To ask it kindly. Kind! Oh, sir, I have some wounds to show you, which shall be yours in private. Your good voices, what say you to that?
You shall have him, worthy sir.
Oh, two in all, two worthy voices begged. Have your voices. Adieu. If it please you and be in tune with your voices, that I may be consul.
You have deserved nobly in your country, and you have not deserved nobly.
Your enigma.
You have been a scourge to our enemies and a fraud to our friends, but you have indeed not loved the common people.
You should account me the more virtuous that I have not been common in my love. I will, sir, flatter my sworn brother, the people, to earn a dearer estimation of them. Tis a condition they account gentle. And 'tis the wisdom of their hearts to have my hat rather than mine own heart. I will practice the insinuating nod, and be off most counterfeitly. Therefore, beseech you, I may be consul.
We hope to find you our friend, and do have our wishes hearted.
You have received any wounds for your country.
Oh, I will now seal your knowledge with showing them. Have your voices, and so we'll spend no more of your time. God's give you joy. Most sweet voices. Better to die, better to starve than to beg a pop and dick that do appear their needless vouchers. Customs calls me to it. Let the higher office go to the one that would do thus. I am half through. The one part suffering, the other will I do. More voices! Voices! For your voices I have fought, washed for your voice. For your voices bear wounds 2,000 odd battles. Christ's sakes I have seen and heard of. For your voices have done many things. Some less, some more. Your voices indeed I would be consul.
discharged. The people do admit you and are summoned here upon your affirmation.
Where at the Senate House?
There, sir.
Oh, thank the gods, out to the Senate House.
I'll keep you company. Will you along?
We'll stay here for the people.
There you go. He has it now, might as well keep things close at hand.
Come, will you summon the people? Pray to the gods that he may deserve your loves.
Amen, sir. But to my poor, unworthy notice, he mocked us when he begged for our voices.
Certainly. He shouted us downright. No, he did not mock us. 'Tis only his way of speaking.
Nay, not one amongst us, save yourself, but says he used us scornfully. He should have shown us his scars of merit, wounds received for his country.
Why, so he did, I'm sure.
Nay, he did not.
He showed not one amongst us his wounds, but said he could show them in private. And taking his hand and thus waving it in scorn, he said, I would be consul. Thank you for your voices, your most sweet voices. Now that I have your voices, I have nothing further with you. Was not this mockery?
Why, are you ignorant to see it or seeing of such childish repetition of your voices?
Could you not have told him as you were lessoned when he had no power? When he was just a petty servant to this state, he was your enemy! Ever speak against your liberties and the charters that you bear in the heart of the wheel. But now, rising to a place of import and sway over the state, should he still remain fast foe to the plebeian, then might your voices be curses unto yourselves?
Did you perceive he did solicit you in free contempt when he did eat your love? And do you think that contempt will not be bruising to you when he hath no regret? Have your body no part amongst you?
Have you ere now denied the asker, and of whom you did not ask, but mock? Do you bestow your suit for tongues?
No, he has not yet confirmed. We may deny him yet.
I will deny him. I'll have 500 voices on that sound.
I was 500 and the friends to be said.
Ha ha ha! Get thee hence, and tell those friends that they have elected a consul that will from them take their liberties! You have no more voice than dogs who are often beat for barking, as therefore kept to do!
Let them assemble, and on a sacred judgment all revoke your ignorant election. Forget not how in his he scorned you. Today you chose tomorrow after our commandment to guide as your own true affection, and your heart preoccupied with what you must do than what you should, made you against the grain to voice him, consul.
Lay the fault on us, and present, when you have assembled your number, repair to the capital!
To the capital! To the capital!
This mutiny were better put in hazard than stay past doubt for greater. For if he shall fall into rage, as his nature is, then both shall observe and answer the vantage of his anger.
Let's to the capital. We shall be there before the stream of people, and it shall be as partly 'tis their own which we have goaded onwards.
Saulus Sulphidius then has made you head.
Not my lord.
So then, the Volscians stand but as at first, ready when time shall prompt them to make road upon us again.
They are warned, Lord Consul, so we shall hardly in our ages see their banners wave again.
Saw you all, Phidias.
And say for me to come to me, curse against the Volscians, for they are so vilely ill in town. His retired head.
Spoke he of me?
Yes, my lord.
How? What?
How often he had met you, sword to sword, of all things upon the earth, he hated your person most. How you applaud his fortune's noblest restitution, so that he may be called your vanquisher.
At Antium lives he.
And Antioch.
I wish I had a cause to seek him there, so I could oppose his hatred fully. Welcome home. So,
These are the tribunes, the tongues of the common mouth. I do despise them, for they do prank them in authority against all noble sufferance.
Pass no further.
What?
It is dangerous to go ahead. No further.
What marks this change?
The matter?
Have you not passed the noble and the common?
No, Cominius.
Have I had children's voices?
Tribunes, give way! He shouts the marketplace.
But the people are incensed against him.
Stop or all shall fall and broil.
Are these your herds? You be their mouth, why rule you not their teeth? Have you not set them on?
Be calm. Be calm.
Purposely it grows by plot to curb the will of the nobility, suffer it, and live with those that cannot rule nor ever will be ruled.
Call it not a plot. The people cry that you mocked them. And, present, when corn was given out gratis to the people, you repined, scandaled the suppliants of the people, called us time wasters, pleasers, foes to nobleness.
Why? This was known before.
Not to all of them.
You show too much of that for which the people stood. If you will pass the way you are bound, you must inquire your way.
Let's be calm.
The people are abused, sent on. This paltry and cumshot road, nor is Coriolanus deserve the most honored robe, laid falsely in the plain way of his merit.
Tell me your fortunes, my speech, and I'll speak it again.
Not now. Not
Now as I live, I will. My noble friends, I do crave their pardons, but for immutable, rain-scented many, let them regard me as I do not flatter and therein behold themselves. I say again, in nourishing them, we suit against the sake of cocoa, rebellion, insolence, sedition.
No more words, we beseech you.
Though there the people have more absolute power, I say again, we nourish disobedience by the ruin of the state.
You speak of the people as if you were a god to punish, not a man of their infirmity.
Do you speak thus to the people which grant you their voices?
I'll give my reasons far worthier than their voices. Be in the war their mutinies and revolts wherein they showed most valor, spoke not for them. This double worship, they keep attacking the state, who cause unborn. It could never be the motive of our so frank donation. Well, what then? What then? How shall this vista multitude digest the Senate's courtesy? So, we debase the nature of our seats and bring the rebel to call our cares fierce. It will in time break open the gates of the Senate and bring in the crows to peck the eagles. Come, enough!
Enough! With overmeasure.
No! Take more! All that may be sworn by both divine and human, seal what I am withal. This double worship, where one part thus disdain with cause and the other insult without all reason, it must give way to unstable slackness, where but so born it follows nothing is done to purpose. Therefore, beseech you, though be less fearful than the street that lock up in the molten water of the sea, more than you felt the change on it, that would rather live a noble life before long, and once pluck out the multitudinous tongue, let them all lick the sweet which is their poison. Your dishonor mangles true judgment, and buries the state integrity which should become it.
Has said enough.
Has spoken like a traitor, and will answer as traitors do.
Manifest treason!
This? A consul? No. Let him be apprehended. Go, call the people, in whose name I do pronounce thee as a traitorous innovator! Foe to public weal, obey! I judge and follow thee to thy answer!
Down with him! 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 Down with him!
Peace, peace. You were at risk to lose your liberties. Marcius would have all from you. Marcius would let you fit for consul.
Fine! That's way to kindle! That's a quench! To unbuild the city and to lay all flat!
Well, what is a city but its people?
Yay! Something out of the city!
And, by the consent of all, we are the people's magistrates.
And so are like to do.
That is the way to lay the city flat, to bring the roof to the foundation, and bury all which it distinctly ranges in heaps and piles of ruin.
This deserves death!
Stand to our authority, or let us losers. We do here pronounce upon the part of the people in whom we were theirs that Martius is worthy of present death.
Lay hold of him, bear him to the rock top and from this into destruction cast him to the
Hear me, not a word. Be that you seem truly your country's friends, and temperately proceed to what you would thus violently regret.
Sir, those cold ways which may seem like prudent helps are very dangerous when the disease is violent. Therefore, lay hold of him and bear him to the rock.
I'll die here. Some of you have beheld me fighting. Come, try upon yourselves what you have seen me.
Down with that sword! Tribunes, withdraw a while.
Lay hands on him!
Go, get you to your house. Be gone away, all will be naught else.
Stand fast. We have as many friends as enemies.
Shall it be put to that? The gods forbid. Pray now, go home. Leave us to cure this cause. You cannot tend yourself.
I will they were barbarians as they are doing wrong, but not Romans as they are not though caught in the fortunate capital.
Pray now, go home. Put not your worthy rage into your tongue. All one time will owe another.
On fair ground I could be 40 of them.
I could myself take a brace the best of them, yeah, 2 tribunes. But now it's odds beyond arithmetic. And manhood is called foolery, and it stands against a falling fabric.
Pray now, go home. I'll see whether my old wit be in request for those that have but little. This must be patched with cloth of any color.
Nay, come away.
He's too noble for the world. He would not flatter Neptune for his trident, nor Jupiter for his power to thunder. His heart is his mouth. When his breast forges, his tongue bends, and being angry, he does forget that ever he heard the name of death. Here's goodly work.
Where is this viper who seeks to depopulate the city and be every man himself?
Aye. He shall be born to the rock-tart pit with vigorous hands. He has resisted love, and therefore law shall scorn him further trial in the severity of the public power, which he so sets out not. He shall now know that the Zolan tribunes are the Phoebans' mouths, and be their hands!
Aye! Cry havoc, where you should but hunt with modest warrant.
Tell me, sir, how cometh that you have helped make this rescue?
Here we speak as I do know the consul's worthiness.
Consul? What
Consul? The consul Coriolanus.
He? Consul?
Never.
If, by your leave and yours, good people, I may be heard, I would claim a word or two, the which shall turn you to no further harm than so much loss of time.
Speak briefly then, for we are peremptory to dispatch this viperous traitor. To eject him hence would be but one danger, to keep him here or certain death.
Traitor.
He dies tonight!
He is a disease that must be cut away!
It has but a disease. Mortal to cut it off, to cure it easy. What has he done to Rome that's worthy death? Killing our enemies, the blood he has spilled, which I dare vouch, is more than he hath. By many ounces he dropped it for his country, and what's left of it, to lose it by his country. To all us that do it and suffer it, a brand to the end of the world.
This is clean him.
Merely a ride. When he did love his country, it did suit him.
Aye.
But we'll hear no more of this. Pursue him to his house, and plaque him thence, lest his infection, being of catching nature, spread further.
One word, one word. This type
Well, if that was...
Talk you. Have we not already had a taste of his obedience? Ourselves resisted. Come!
Consider further. He has been bred in the war since he could draw a sword. He is ill schooled in the vaulted language. Therefore, give me leave. I'll undertake to bring him to you, where he shall answer by a lawful form, in peace to his utmost peril.
No! Tributes, good citizens. It is the humane way. The other course will prove too bloody, and the end I know to its beginning.
Noble Menenius, you shall serve as the people's officer. Masters, lay down your weapons.
Go not home.
Assemble in the marketplace. We'll attend to you there, where if you bring not Marcius, we'll proceed in our first way.
Aye! I'll bring him to you.
It shall be so! 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 It shall be so!
Let them puff all about my knees. Does any death from the wheels or a wild horse's heels or pile 10 heels of the Tarpeian rock with the precipitation my down stretch below the Demos site? Yet will I still be thus to them. I muse my mother does not approve me further. Was one to call them woolen vassals, things to buy and sell with praise, to bear their heads in congregation, to yawn, be still, and wonder when with my ordinance stood out to speak of peace or war. I talk of you. Why did you wish me milder? Would you have me false to my nature? Rather say I play the man I am. Oh, sir, I would that you had put your power well on before you had worn it out. Let go. You might have been enough the man you are with striving less to be so. Lesser had been the thwartings of your disposition, had you not showed them how you were disposed ere they had power to cross you. Let them pay! What must I do?
Return to the tribunes.
Well, what then? What then?
Repent when you spoke.
To them. I cannot do it to the gods. Must I do it to them? They are too absolute. Though therein you can never be too noble, but what extremity speak. I have heard you say, honor and policy, like unsevered friends in the war do grow together. Grant me that, and tell me what each by the other loses that they combine not theirs. Tush!
A good demand.
If it be honor in your wars to seem the same you are not, which for your best ends you adopt your policy, how is it less or worse that it shall hold companionship in peace with honor, as in war, since that to both it stands in like request? Why force you this? Because now it lies on you to speak to the people, not of your own volition, nor in the manner with which your heart prompts you, but with words that are but rooted in your tongue, though but bastards and syllables of no allowance to your bosom's truth. I prithee now, sweet son, take this bonnet in thy hand, and thus far having stretched it, here be with them, thy knees blessing the stones. For in such business, action is eloquence, and the eyes of the ignorant more learned than the ears. Waving thy head, which often thus, correcting thy stout heart, now humble as the ripest mulberry that will not hold the handle. Or say to them, thou art their soldier, and being bred in broils, hast not the soft way which, thou dost confess, were fit for thee to use as they to claim. But thou wilt, hereafter, forsooth, frame thyself theirs, as far as thou hast power and person.
This but done, even as she speaks, why their hearts were yours, and they have pardons being asked, as freely given as words to little purpose.
I pray you now, son, go and be ruled, although I know thou hadst rather follow thine enemy into a fiery gulf than flatter him in a bout. Here is Coriolanus.
I have been in the marketplace, and sir, 'tis fitting to make strong party, or defend yourself by calmness or by absence, all is in anger.
Only fair speech.
I think will serve if you can thereto frame the spirit.
He must and will. I prithee now, say you will, and go about it.
Must I, with base tongue, tell my noble heart a lie that it must bear? Well, I won't do it! Yet, but were there the single plot to lose this mode of Marcius, they'd grind it to dust and throw it against the wind. To the marketplace! You have put me now to such a charge which I shall never discharge to the life.
Come, we'll promise you.
I prithee now, sweet son, thou hast often said, my praises made thee first a soldier. To earn my praise for this, play a part thou hast not performed before.
Well, I must do it! Away in my
Measure thy pride, then feel thy dangerous stoutness.
I do beseech you, mother, peace! Look, I am going to the marketplace. Chide me no more. Commend me to my wife. I'll return consul, or never doubt yet what my tongue can do in the way of flattery farther.
Do your will.
Away! The tribunes do attend you. Arm yourself to answer mildly, for they are prepared with accusations, as I hear, more strong than are upon you yet.
The word is mildly. Let them accuse me by invention. I will answer in mine honor.
Aye, but mildly.
Mildly be it then! Mildly!
At this point, charge him home, that he may effect tyrannical power. If he shall evade us, then enforce him, with his envy to the people and the spoils got on the entities, not yet distributed. Oh, what? Will he come?
He's coming.
How?
With old Menenius and Cominius.
We must assemble the people hither, and when they have got to a point where they start to cry, let them not stop. So in this confused din, we may push through our present samples of what chance we have to sentence.
Make them be strong and ready for the hint when we shall have to get them.
Send them straight to call. This is an oft used to conquer his own share of contradictions. Being once shaped, never will he be raised back into towns.
Well, here he comes.
Calmly, I beseech you.
I, as an ostler, divided Cornelius will bear the knave by the volume. May the gods of Rome keep it in justice, and the chairs of justice be filled with worthy men that love among us.
A noble wish.
Draw near, ye citizens!
Down with him! 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 First, hear me speak. Must all be determined here. Shall I be charged no further than this present?
I do command. You submit you to the people's voices. Allow their officers and all are content to suffer lawful censure for such faults as shall be put upon you.
I am content.
Those citizens, he says he is content. The warlike service he has done consider. Think upon the wounds his body bears.
Consider further. When he speaks not like a citizen, but you find him like a soldier, do not mistake his rougher accents for malicious sounds, but such as I say, rather than become a soldier, but such as envy you.
What's the matter? That I beat this our consul with full voice and so dishonored at the very same hour you take it off again.
Answer to us.
Say then, 'tis true I ought so.
We do charge you with having contrived to take from Rome all seasoned office and to yourself into a power tyrannical, for which you are a traitor to the people.
Traitor!
Nay, temperately your promise.
Oh, the lowest parts of hell fold in the people. Call me their traitor, thou injurious tribune. In thine eyes thou holdest 20,000 deaths, in that hands as many millions, but in that lying tongue as many as both numbers. I say, thou liest to the voice as free as I do praise the gods.
Are you this people?
But we need not add more matter to this charge. You've all heard what he has said and seen what he has done. Beating your officers, forcing yourselves, overriding laws with strokes, and here now, seeking to defy the great power which must strike. So criminal and so capital these offenses are that Marcius deserves the extremest death.
Since he hath served well,
Sir, how do you praise service?
I talk of that but
You miss
The promise that you have made to our mother.
Oh, let them condemn me to death or vagabond exile. Reigns, kindle with one reign a day. I will not buy their mercy at the price of one fair word.
And so he has, as much as an
He is banished. Enemy to people and country.
It shall be so.
It shall be so.
It shall be so! It shall be so! It shall be so! It shall be so! It shall be so!
Come and cry upon! Whose friends I hate as reek of the rotten fens, whose loves I prize as dead carcass to unmarried men that do corrupt my hair. I banish you! And here, remain with your uncertainty. Let every feeble rumor shake you towards your enemies, with nothing of their plumes fan you into despair. Have the power still to banish your defenders, till at length your ignorance, which flies not till it feels, making no reservation of yourselves till your own falls, deliver you as most obedient captives to some nation that won you without blows, despising for you the city. Thus, I turn my back. There is a world elsewhere.
You will now have a 10-minute intermission. Please return to your seats in time for the second session. You will now have a 10-minute intermission. Please return to your seats in time for the
Come, leave your tears of brief farewell with these with many heads bunting away. Nay, mother, where is your ancient courage? Nay, I prithee, woman, red pestilence, shall go to Roman up I shall be loved and I am left. Nay, mother, resume that spirit when you were once a saved. You'd have been the wife of Hercules. 6 of his labors you'd have done and saved your husband so much sweat. Committees. Droop not. Oh dear. My wife, my mother. I'll do well yet. Menenius, thine tears are salter than a younger man's and venomous in thine eyes. Oh, my first son, where wilt thou go? Gods, I tell you, when I am forth, bid me farewell and smile. My dearest friends, my sweet wife.
you shall hear from me as long as I am above ground, and never of me but will like me formerly.
That's worthily as any ear can hear. Come, let's not weep. If I could shake off but 7 years of health from these old arms and legs, by the good gods, I'm with thee every foot.
For him.
Go!
A goodly city is this Antium.
City, 'tis I that made thy widows. Many an heir of these fair edifices for my wars have I heard groan and drop. Therefore, know me not, lest if thy wives with spits and boys with stones in puny battle slay me. Save you, sir. And you, please tell me if it be your will, where great Aufidius lies. Is he in Antium?
Aye, he is.
If it please you, to tell which house is his.
This, here before you. I shall tell my master what a strange guest he has here.
Thank you, sir. Farewell. A goodly house. The feast smells well, but I appear not like her breast. Oh, world, you slippery times! Best friends, thou best swords who double bosoms seem to wear but one heart, shall at this very hour, on the dissension of a doit, break into bitterest enmity. So, foulest foes whose passions and whose bloods have broke their sleeve, to take the one the other shall become dearest of friends and interjoin their issues. So with me, my birthlings, Ada, my loves, upon this enemy town, I'll enter. If he slay me, he does fair justice. If he give me way, I'll do his country service.
Where is this fellow?
Here, sir. I would have beaten him like a dog, but for disturbing the lords within.
Whence comest thou? What wouldst thou? Thy name? Why speak not? Speak, man, thy name!
If Thomas, thou knowest me not, and seeing me, dost not recognize me for the man I am, necessity commands me name myself.
What is thy name?
A name! Unmusical to the Volscians' ears, and harsh in sound to thine. My name is Caius Marcius, who hath done to thee particularly, and to all the Volscians great hurt and mischief. Dare to witness name my surname, Coriolanus, which is the only thing that remains for the cruelty and envy of the people permitted by our dastard nobles, who have all forsook me, have overtaken the rest and beat me by the voice of knaves and whooped me out of Rome. So, this extremity has brought me to thy hearth. Not out of hope, mistake me not to save my life, for if I had feared death, out of all the men in the world I would have avoided thee. But in mere spite, to revenge those my banishes to die before thee here. If you have a heart of wreaking thee, to stop thine own particular wrongs and those mains of shame seen through thy country, hire thee straight, and make my misery serve your turns. Make it so that my revengeful services come to your benefits. But if to do this thou art tired and desire most not, increase your treasures, and, in a word, I also am longer to live most weary, and present my throat to thee and to thy ancient malice, which not to cut would show thee but a fool.
Marcius! Each word thou hast spoke hath weeded from my heart a root of ancient envy. Let me twine my arms about that body, against which my braided ash 100 times hath broke and scarred the wound with splinters. Here I took the angle of my sword and do thee best, as hotly and as nobly with thy love, as ever ambitious strength that did contend against thy valor. Why thou Mars, I tell thee, I have a power on foot, And I had a purpose once again to hew thy target from thy body, or lose thy armed fort. Thou hast beat me out some 12 several times. Worthy Marcius, we had no quarrel else to Rome, but that thou art then finished, we must draw from 12 to 70, and pouring towards the devil's ungrateful Rome like a great flood or a bear.
You bless me, God!
Therefore, most absolute sir, if thou wilt have the leading of thine own revenges, take the one half of my commission, and set forth, as special art experience, since I know thy country's strengths and weaknesses, thine own ways, whether we should knock against the very gates of Rome, or visit them rudely in parts remote, to fright them, or destroy. 1,000 welcomes. Yet more friend than errant enemy. Yet Marcius, that was much. Your hand, most welcome.
We fear not of him, neither do we fear him. His remedies are tamed in the present peace and quietness of men, which before were in wild hurry. We do make his friends blush that the world runs so well.
We stood to it in good time. Is this Menenius?
Oh, 'tis he, 'tis he. Oh, he's grown so kind as of late.
Hail, sir!
Hail, noble Menenius.
Hail to you both.
Your Coriolanus is not much missed but by his friends. The Commonwealth doth stand, and shall continue to do so if he were more angry at it.
All's well, but might have been much better if he could have temporized.
Where is he, hear you?
Nay, I hear nothing. His mother and his wife hear nothing from him.
The city is in a happier and more homely time than when the citizens ran about the street crying confusion.
Caius Marcius was a good officer in the war, but insolent, overcome with pride, ambitious beyond all thinking, self-loving.
And affecting one's soul throne without assistance.
I think it not so.
We should buy this to all our lamentation if he had come for the consul. Found it so.
The gods have well prevented, and Rome sits still and safe without him.
Worthy tribunes, there's a slave who has been put in prison. Reports the Volscians and two of several powers rented into Roman territories, and the people's malice of war destroyed what lies before.
'Tis Aufidius. We hearing of our Marcius' banishment. Twice more this already get into the world, which were in shell when Marcius stood for Rome. If there's not once, peep out.
But what talk you, Marcius?
Let this rumor be whipped. Cannot be the Volscians that dare break with us.
Cannot be. We have recorded it very well in hand, and 3 examples of the like have been within my age.
Tell not me, I know this cannot be.
Not possible.
The nobles and great artisans are going to the Senate House. There comes some news that turns their countenances.
This slave, go forth and whip him before the people's eyes. This raising is nothing but his report.
Slave's report is seconded, and more fearful follows.
What's more fearful?
It is spoke out of many mouths, of whom I know not, that Marcius joined with Aufidius, that Marius Rome, and vows his revenge. Spacious would be the untold thing.
This is most likely.
Merely the risings of the lesser who wish to see good Marcius home.
The very trick on it.
This is unlikely. He and Aufidius can no more atone than violence and trading.
Oh, you have made good work. You are sent forth to the Senate, a fearful army, led by Caius Marcius, associated with Aufidius, reached upon our territories, have already borne their way, consumed with fire, and took what lay before them.
What news? What news?
You've helped to ravish your own daughters, the mountains you led upon your pigs, and see your wives as honor to your noses.
Pray now, your news. You have made good work. I fear me. Pray, your news, if Marcius should be joined with Volscians.
If he is their god, he leads them like a thing made by some other deity than nature that shapes man better. And they follow him against those brats, no less confidence, and boys pursuing summer butterflies, or butchers killing flies.
You have made good work. You and your apron men. You that stood so much on the voice of occupation and the breath of garlic eaters.
But, sir, is this true?
Aye, and you look pale before you find it other.
We are all undone unless the noble man have mercy.
Who shall ask it? The tribunes cannot do it for shade. People deserve such pity from him as the wolves do the shepherds, before his best friends. They should say, be good to Rome. They charge him even as those who do that deserve this hate, and therein showed like enemies.
It is true. If he were put into my house, the brand that should consume it. I have not the face to say, beseech you, seize. You have made fair hands, you and your crafts. You have crafted fair.
You brought trembling upon Rome, that is never so incapable of help.
Say not me brought it.
Was it me? We loved him, but like peace and cowardly nobles, we gave way unto your clusters who did move him out of the city.
But I fear they'll roar him in again. Tullus Aufidius, the second name of men, obeys his points as if he were his officer. Aspirations all the policy, training defense on Rome to make against them.
You have made good work, you and your pride. Shouts to the capital.
Oh, I. What else?
I do not like this news. Let's to the capital. Would half my wealth to buy this for a lot.
Pray, let us go.
Do they still fly to the Roman?
I do not know witchcraft, but your soldiers use them as the grace for meat. They're intoxicating, their thanks at it. And you are dark in this action, sir, even by your own.
I cannot help it now, unless by using means I lame the foot of our design. He holds himself more proudlier, even to my person, than I thought he would when first I did embrace him. Yet his nature that's no changeling, and I must excuse what cannot be amended.
Yet I wish, sir, I mean for your particular, that you had not joined in commission with him, but either had borne the task of yourself, or as to him had left it solely.
I understand thee well. And be thou sure, when he shall come to his account, he knows not what I can urge against him. Although it seems he has shown a good husbandry to the Wolfskin way, fights dragon-like, and does achieve as soon as draw his sword. Yet he hath left undone that which would break his neck or hazard mine, when our comes to our accounts.
Sir, I beseech you, think you that he will carry Rome?
All places yield to him, Mary. Sits down. All the nobility room are his. The senators and patricians love him too. The Tribunes are no soldiers, and the people would be rash in their appeal, as hasty to expel them thence. I think he'll be to Rome as the osprey to the fish, who takes it by sovereignty of nature. So our virtue lies in our interpretation of the times. His power, most commendable unto itself, hath no tomb as evidence that the church of so it hath done. One fire drives out one fire. One nail, one nail. Rights by rights do falter. Strengths by strengths do fail. Come, let's away. When Caius, Rome is thine, art thou poorest of all. Then shortly art thou mine.
No, I'll not go. You hear what he has said, which was sometime his general, who loved him in a most pure particular. He once called me father, but what of that? Go, you, the Pantheon, a mile before his tent, fall down, and lead the way into his mercy. Nay, if you going to hear Coriolanus speak, I'll keep it home.
He would not seem to know me.
Do you hear?
Yet one time did he call me by my name. I urged our old acquaintance, and the jobs that we bled together, Coriolanus he would not answer to, forbade all names. He was kind of nothing, titleless. He had forged himself a name with the fire of burning Rome.
Why so? You have made good work. A pair of tributes that have racked for Rome to make coals cheap. A noble memory.
I reminded him our royalty was pardoned when it was less expected. He replied, it was a bare petition of the state to one whom they had punished.
Very well. Could he say less?
Nay, stay. Be patient, for if you should serve as our country's leader, more than any army we could make, might you be able to stop our countrymen.
No.
What
should I do?
Only make trial of what your love can do for Rome, for Marcius.
And say that Marcius returns me as Coriolanus returned. On earth. What then?
Your goodwill will have its thanks from Rome. After the measures you so intended.
I'll undertake it. I think he'll hear me, yet to bite his lip and hobbit good Cominius much on heart speak.
But you know the very path into his loves, and can cannot lose your way.
Good faith, I'll prove him. Speed, how it will. I shall ere long have knowledge of my success.
You'll never hear him.
Not?
I tell you, he does sit in gold. His eye red as would burn Rome, and his injury the jailer to his pity. I kneel before him. 'Twas faintly he said, "Rise." Dismissed me thus with a speechless hand. What he would do, he said in writing after me. What he would not, bound with an oath to yield to his conditions, so that all hope is vain. Unless his noble mother and his wife, whom as I hear means to solicit him for mercy to his country. Therefore, let's hence, for our fair entreaties, haste them all.
Stay. Whence are you? Stand and go back.
You guard like men. 'Tis well, but by your leave, I am an officer of the state, and come to speak with your general, Coriolanus,
From whence?
from Rome.
You must not pass. You must return. Our general will hear no more from thence. You see a Roman fire before you speak with Coriolanus.
My good friends, if you have heard your general speak of Rome and of his friends there, then it is lots to blanks that my name hath touched your ears. It is Menenius.
Be it so. Go back. The virtue of thy name is not here possible. Therefore, go back. You are a Roman, aren't you?
I am, as my general is.
Then you should hate Rome, as he does. Can you, when you push out your gates, the very defender of it, hand in violent popular ignorance, giving your enemies your shield, can you think to blow out the intended fire your city is ready to blame in such weak breaths as this? No, you are deceived. Therefore, back to Rome, and prepare for your execution. You are condemned. Our general has sworn you all were free to pardon.
Sir, if my general knew I were here, he would use me with estimation.
Our general cares not for you. Go back, I say. Listen and go to have my own plan.
Nay, fellow,
What's the matter?
you shall now, I'll say a favor for you. You shall now perceive that I am in estimation. You shall perceive that a jack garden cannot office me from my son, Coriolanus. Behold now presently, and smooth for what's to come upon thee. Oh, my son, thou art preparing fires for us. Look thee, here's water to quench it. I could hardly be moved to come to thee, but being assured that none other but myself could move thee, I was blown out of your gates with sighs to conjure thee to pardon Rome and my petitionary countrymen.
Away,
How? Away!
mother, wife, child, I know not. My affairs are served into others, and though I do owe my revenge properly, my revenge lies in bowskin breasts. That we have been familiar in great forgetfulness shall poison rather than pity know how much. Therefore, be gone. My ears to your suits are stronger than your walls against my force. But, for I love thee, take this. I read for thy sake and would have rent it. My son Menenius! Another word I will not hear you speak. Alpheus! This man was my beloved in Rome, yet thou beholdest.
Keep a constant temper.
Now, sir, is your name Menenius?
This is spell you see, of much fun. Now you will be back, huh?
Do you see how we are sent for keeping your greatness back?
What cause you think that I have to salute?
I neither care for your general, for the world, for such things as you. Let your general do his worst, and you, being that you are long and your misery increased with age, I say to you as I was said to, away!
A noble fellow, I warrant him.
Our general is a noble one. He's a rock. The whole got to be been shaken.
Before the walls of Rome tomorrow shall voice how plainly I had borne this business.
Only their ends have you respected. Stop your ears against the general suit of Rome. Never mean to whisper in private, no. That was such friends that thought them sure of you.
This last old man, whom is the cracked heart I have sent to Rome, loved me above the measure of a father, nay, guarded me indeed. Their latest refuge was to send him, for whose old love I have, though shown sourly to him, once more offered the first conditions, which they did refuse and cannot now accept. To grace him only I thought he could do more, a very little I have viewed it to. Fresh and the season's suits, nor from the state, nor private friends, shall I hereafter lend ear, sir. What company is this? Shall I be tempted to infringe my vows the same time 'tis made? I will not. My wife comes foremost, then the honored Mulberry in this trunk of strain in her arms, wrench out to her blood. But out, affection, all born and privilege of nature, break. Let it be virtuous to be ousted.
My lord and husband,
Oh, these eyes are not the same I were in Rome.
the sorrow that delivers us thus changed makes you think so.
Like a dull actor now, I have forgot my part and stand, even to a full disgrace. Fast my flesh, forgive my tyranny, but do not say for that forgive our Romans. Nay, you gods, I praise in the most noble mother of the world, evil saluted. Sink mine in the earth of thy deep beauty, more impression show than that of common sons. Thou stand up blessed, whilst with no softer cushion than the flint I kneel before thee, and improperly show duty, as mistaken all this while between the child and the parent. What is this? Your knees to me? To your corrected son? Let the pebbles fill the stars, and let the hungry winds fight against the sun and fetters. Thou art my warrior. This is but a poor epitome of yours, who with the passage of full time may yet grow to be like yourself. Even he, your wife, and myself are suitors to you. I do beseech you, tell me not to dismiss my soldiers or to capitulate again with Rome's mechanics. Tell me not wherein I seem unnatural or try to align my rage and revenges with your colder reason. Oh, no more, no more. You have said you will not grant us anything, for there is nothing left to ask but that which thou deniest already. Yet we will ask that if you fail in our request, the blame may lay upon your hardness. Therefore hear us. Phineas and you, Volsky, smart, for we hear not from Rome in private. Your request. Think with thyself, how much more unfortunate than all living women are we come hither, since that thy sight, which should make our eyes flow with joy, hearts dance with comforts, instead constrains us weep and shake with fear and sorrow, making the mother, the wife, and the child to see the son, the husband, and the father tearing his country's bowels out. For how can we, alas, how can we for our country pray, whereto we are bound, together with thy victory, whereto we are bound? Alack, or we must lose our country, our dear nurse, or else thy person, our comfort in the country. We must face an evident calamity, though we had our wish which side should win. For either thou must, as a foreign recreant, be led manacled through the streets, or else triumphantly tread on thy country's ruin, and bear the pomp for having bravely shed thy wife and children's blood! For my part, son, I purpose not to wait on fortune till these wars determine. If I cannot persuade thee, rather to show a noble grace to both parts than to seek the end of one, thou shalt no sooner march on thy country than to tread, mark to it, thou shalt not, on thy mother's womb that brought thee into this world!
Aye, and mine too, that brought you forth this boy to carry your name unto time.
But if a woman's tenderness to me requires nor wife nor mother's faces, yes! Nay, do not from us thus! If our request did tend to save the Romans, and thereby to destroy the Volskis whom you serve, you might condemn us as poisonous of your honor. No! Our suit is that you reconcile them, that the Volsces may say, this mercy we have shown the Romans, this we have received, and each and either side give thee all hail to thee, and cry, be blessed for making up this peace. Thou knowest, great son, the end of war is uncertain, but is certain, that if thou shalt march on thy country, the reward which thou shalt thereby reap is such a name, whose repetition will be dogged with curses, whose chronicle thus writ, the man was noble, but with his last request he wiped it out, destroyed his country, and his name remains to the ensuing age of war. Why dost not speak? Thinkest thou it honorable for a noble man still to remember wrongs? Say my request unjust, and spurn me back. But if it be not so, thou art not honest, and the gods will plague thee that thou restrainest from me the part which to a mother's duty belongs. He turns away, down laden, let us shame him with our knees. To his surname Coriolanus longs for pride and pity to our prayers. Down, an end. This is the last, so we will hope to roam and die among our neighbors. But let us go. This fellow had a Volscian for his mother. His wife is in Coriolanus, and his child like him by chance. But give us our dispatch. I'll be hushed until our city be on fire, and then I'll speak a little. Oh, mother, mother, what have you done? Look, the heavens do open. The gods look down, and at this unnatural scene they laugh at. Oh, mother! Huh? You have made a happy victory for Rome today, but for your son, believe me with him, most dangerously veiled, not most mortal to him. But let it come. Aufidius, though I cannot make true war, so frame convenient peace. Were you in my stead, Aufidius, would you have heard him mother less, or granted less, Aufidius?
I was moved withal.
I dare be sworn you weren't certain. Just know, small things make mine eyes sweat compassion. Whatever peace you may please advise me, for I'll not to Rome, I'll back with you, especially if you stand with me on this way. Come, ladies, come. You deserve to have a temple built you. All the swords in Italy and in her Confederate arms could not have made this peace. Come, come. See you yon point of the Capitol, yon cornerstone.
Why? What of that?
If it be possible for you to displace it with your little finger, then I say there is some hope that the ladies of Rome, his mother especially, may prevail. But I say there is no hope in it. Our throats are sentenced to stay upon execution.
But he loved his mother dearly.
So did he, and he no more remembers his mother's face than an 8-year-old horse. The carcass of his face sours right great. When he bids done, he is finished with his bidding. He was nothing but a god, except for eternity and heaven to throw in. Mark what mercy his mother shall bring from him. He has no more mercy in him than there is milk in a male tiger. All this our poor city shall find, and all of this is long of you.
The gods be good unto us!
The gods will not be good unto us. In banishing him, we respect not them, and him returning to break our necks, they respect not us.
Listen up! The beautiful ladies of the room! The most innocent of all the hearts is gone! Oh, there you they never did
Sir, art thou most certain?
So uncertain I know that the sun is fire, and heart so hurried to flow high that we come from the through the gate.
Yes!
tribes together, praise the gods, and make them fires. To fly before them, and shout the noise of banished marshes, repeal hymns to welcome his mother. Cry, welcome, ladies, welcome!
Welcome, ladies, welcome!
How is it with our general?
Even so, as the man that ordered alms and poison, this charity slain.
Most noble sir, if you do hold the same intent, wherein you wish us parties, we will deliver you of your great danger.
So I cannot tell. We must proceed as we do find the people.
People remain uncertain whilst twixt you there's difference, but the fall of either makes us strive for error of all.
I know it, and my pretext to strike at him in midst of good construction. I raised him, and pawned my honor for his truth.
His stoutness, sir, when he did stand for consul, he lost for lack of stooping.
That was it! You came into my hearth, presented in my knife his throat. I took him in, made him joint servant with me, gave way to all his own desires. Nay, let him choose out of my files which projects to accomplish. My best and first men until at the last I seemed his follower, not partner. He waged me with his countenance, as if I'd been a mercenary.
So he did, my lord. And the army marveled at him. And in the last, when he carried Rome, and we looked for no less spoiled and glorious.
There was it! Towards my seems to have stretched upon him, and a few drops of woman's room, to his deepest lies. He sold the blood, and later our great action, and he shall die for it, and now renew me in his fall.
Which fault he made before last, I think, would have found easy finds.
And there to end where he was to begin, and give away the benefits of our levies, answering us with our own charge, making a treaty where there was to be surrender. This admits no excuse.
He approaches. You shall hear him.
Hail, Volscian lords, I am returned, even your soldier, no more infected with my country's law than when I parted hands, but still subsisting under your great command. You are to know that prosperously we have attempted in this bloody passage of your wars, even to the gates of Rome. The spoils of the war, to a full third part we did counterpoise the charges of the action. We have brought peace with no less honor to the Volscians than shame to the Romans.
Read not noble warriors. Tell the traitor. The highest degree he hath abused your powers.
Traitor? How now?
I, traitor Marcius!
Marcius!
I, Marcius! Caius Marcius! Dost thou think thou graced me with that robbery? Thy stolen name, Coriolanus, Corioli. Good seaman, perfidiously this man hath abused your powers, and given up, for certain drops, of sold your city Rome, and I say your city, and his wife and mother breaking his oath and resolution like a twist or running silk. But he never missed that council or yet at his nurse's tears he wept. Roared like your victory! That pages blushed to him, and the hearts were running at each other. No more, you boy of tears!
You measureless liar, have made my heart too great for what contains it. Boy, oh knave. Cut me to pieces, Volscians. Man and lead, stain all your edges on me. Boy, false hound, if you have read your annal shoot, 'tis there, that like an eagle in a dove-cote, alone I flattered your Volscians in Coriolanus. Alone I did it, boy!
Let him die for it!
Oh, that I had him in safe of Phineas' envoy! This tragedy is my lawful sword!
Insolent villain!
cannot. That the great danger this man's life know you. To rejoice that he must cut off. Please, your honors, call me to your senate. The Lord myself, your loyal servant, will endure your heaviest censure.
Bear his body from hence, mourning for him. Let him be remembered as most noble course that had ever herald fall to his urn.
My rage is gone, but I'm short with sorrow. Beat thou the drum, let us see nobly. Take him up, help you the chief of soldiers. Although the city hath widowed and unchilded many a one, which to this hour bewail the injury, yet he shall have a noble